Alright, in today's video, we're going to demo how to copy or move or migrate a db2 database using db2look and db2move. So this kind of data move or database move, it is called logical move, because typically if we move a database, a copy a database from one server to another, if they are on the same Windows platform, we can do a backup and restore. However, for DB2, if we need to do cross-platform restore, like from Windows to Linux, we can't use the backup restore method, vice versa. This is not like the SQL Server. You can back up a database on Windows and restore Linux, but this is not true for the DB2. So for those kind of platform change, we have to use the logical move, okay? Use so-called export import or export load, or use the simple db2move utility. However, a word of caution, although the db2move utility is simple, but sometimes it doesn't work for certain complicated database. Just a FYI. So, because it's a demo, we just try to get how to do it, and we can gradually get deeper to it if need be. Another kind, for example, if you have a higher version of DB2, you want to restore to a lower version. So the DB2 backup restore method doesn't work. You have to use this logical move, okay? So basically, the step is you use db2look to create the database object like tables, index views, and then you use the db2move to load the data into the database. So let's first do the prep work for this demo, okay? So this is our demo system. So on the left, I have a Windows server name called DC22. The OS is Windows 2022, and the DB2 version is 11.5.6. There's a database created on this server called GSDB. The user I'm going to using it is a domain user named DBA. So this is so I'm going to log on to this Windows box and do everything from this box. And the destination, it is a Linux box. The host name is 09. The OS version, it is Oracle Linux 9.2. And the DB2 version is 11.5.8. The DB name, I just name it as GS2. The user we're going to use is db2ins1. Okay, this is our environment. So let's get started. First, we're going to do the prep work. So at the prep work is we're going to do a db2look, get the DDL, and then transfer to this box. Then we can create those buffer pools, table space, and tables, and so on and so forth, okay? After that, then in the second step, we're going to do the database move, okay? So let's get started. Let me open a command window. So right now, I'm inside, I log on to this box, DC22. Let me show you what I have, okay? So I'm in this server. So if I do a host name, so this is my name. Who am I? So I'm in the domain called db, and my username is db8. Okay, so this is given. So the operating system is Windows 2022. Okay, so the db2 version, it is 11.5.6. Okay, so that is the given. The database name, db2 list db directory. So this is our database, and this is a sum of the database actually come from IBM a long time ago. Let's do a connection. You can see GSDB, there's like hundreds of tables. It's pretty decent for learning, okay, from IBM. It's better than the standard they use nowadays for the sample database. Okay, you can see this is the schema. It's called the geo cells, tables, views, and there are lots of schemas and views. Okay, so this is the database we're gonna be move or copy. So the prep work we're gonna do is first we're gonna use we're gonna run the db2look and generate the DDL or SQL. Okay, so let's do it. So we're gonna do a db2look. So currently I'm in this directory. It's just a temporary directory. So the db2look is going to be db2look minus L. Let's do minus D first, okay? So that is the database, GSDB. Minus L gives like the buffer pool and the table space information. So I'm going to save this to a file, okay? So I'm going to save this to a, let's see, called GSDB underscore L, okay? So this gives us the table space structure, okay? If you take a look at this SQL, you can see it to see DDL create a buffer pool, DDL create a table space, okay? And so, and also I'm going to generate another SQL, or it's going to be, I'm going to use the flag minus E, that is extract the table information, index, view, and sequence, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to generate. And you can see it once it's finished, and it's GSDB. So you can see DDL for creating schema, DDL creating table, and so on and so forth. Okay, there's many lines. DDL create indexes, primary keys, and so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So I get these two files. So now I'm going to transfer this two files to another server. Okay. So I'm going to use the SCP. So where it is the SCP? That is the one coming from the any like Windows box. So nowadays any box when they delivered, you're gonna have this enabled in SSH and SCP, etc. Okay, so we're gonna use the SCP command, and so we're going to transfer GS and GSL. Well, I'm going to transfer these two files. So to another server, so it's going to be, as I said, I'm going to use this user, db2ins1 user. And the remote host is called 09. This is remote host. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in the user's home directory. So this is the command. They prompt us for the password. So I'm going to just whatever password for this user. You see, I transfer these two files to this box. Now I'm going to SSH log in from this box to this, okay? So now I'm going to, let's see. So I'm gonna log in from here to here, okay? So in this demo, we sit on this box and do all the work. In the real world, it doesn't matter. You can sit on this box, not real sit, just, the word, you can log on to this box and do the similar thing. And also you can, another possibility, you can use a client, do the same thing. You can connect here and get things to this box and then transfer here. So there's a couple of ways to do that, okay? It's not just a single way to do. So for this demo, just make it simple, okay? So let's continue. So now I'm going to log on to that server. So I'm going to use SSH. That is the client utility and the username and the server name, okay? Same thing, we're going to do the, so now I'm in the another box. You can see it, another server, it is Oracle Linux 9.2, okay? Although db2 has not supported for the Linux officially, Linux 9 yet, but if you install, you can still get a successful install. So that is, I'm just using this for demo. So, all right, so let's check. So you can see it on this box. I have 11 version 11.5.8. Okay, so I have a database name called gs2. Okay, so let's see db2 list db directory. This is the gs2 database. So let me just drop it and recreate. Okay, so we can get from scratch. Okay, so this is the prep work. Yeah, actually we can done ahead of time. All right, so let's do simply we just do a db2 create db gs2. Okay, in the real world, you probably depend on your corporation, your company's policy. You can create a database in different location, so, but for the demo, we just try to be simple, okay? So in this way, we're going to create a empty database. So we already confirmed, and this is the host name. This is the operating system version edition. And this is the db2 edition, the database name we are creating right now, okay? So it should be finished quick. Why it is running? So let me open another, let me open another window, do the same thing so we can do them concurrent. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to SSH db2 inst1 at 09, okay? All right, so I'm in that book. So earlier we transferred two files here. So we should have these files here, okay? So we have one that is for the table space, okay? So let's modify it, okay? So I'm going to modify this file. So let me remove those comments. So basically, so this is just the db2look output from another server, right? So because on this server, we're going to use a db2 name called gs2, so I'm going to change that. So the next one is the buffer pool. So we don't need to change anything. So I don't need those things. I don't need those things, okay? So then the next one is to create a table space. So create a table space. if you see this, the definition, they are using the Windows because this table database designed long time ago, maybe 9.5. So you can see there's some deprecated feature, so we don't need it anymore. For example, we don't need this regular table space, and also I'm going to remove all those things. I just leave it like make it simple. Okay, page size also managed by the system is also deprecated, so it's no. So also here, because this is like on the Windows, the path where the table space is. So we don't need this. We don't need this. So the only thing we need is the buffer pool where the table is going to live. Okay. Okay, so for relative news, you probably don't need to do that many change. Okay, so for this one, this is sys2 table space. This is the when we do the export import, so they create automatically. So we don't need this. I'm just remove it. Okay, so basically I just simplify it, and so we just need, because by default when we do a create table space, it's basically it's a large database. So anyway, so I can remove this stuff. I don't need anything of this. Okay, so all right, so basically we based on the given, so we did these things. Okay, the rest of things, a mini table space, so we don't need those things. So we can no hurt leave it there, so because we don't need it, so we just remove it. Okay, so we end up a very simple command. Okay, so this is for this demo system. So let's see. So this is the SQL statement. So the lower screen is finished. So let's do a connection. So this is empty table space, empty database. So we're gonna create the buffer pool and the table space. Okay. So we're gonna do DTF. Okay. So we're gonna do GSDB-L. That is the script we just edit. So you will see we got 3 successful. So create a buffable table space. Okay. So now let's move on to the second one. So the second one is going to be similar thing. Okay. So we need to change this to the database on the destination. Other than that, rest of things, it is we don't have need to change anything. We just go ahead to create. You see the table definition and put all the table into those things. Okay, so I'm gonna just save this guy and do a create this table. All the tables, indexes. So I'm gonna save it to a file. So in this way we can review. Okay, later. So we can review this file. Okay. So it take a it's finished. So let's take a look at these tables. Okay. No. It should be E, not no, this one. Okay. So I'm gonna go to this one. So I'm gonna so let's use another screen. We can take a look at the process. Okay, progress. GS_E. Okay. So you can see it is successful. Successful, that's basically create all those tables, indexes, views, parameter key, and so on and so forth. So once this finish, so we have an empty database. All the tables, it's with no data, so empty database. So the next step, it is the move the table over. Okay, so in order to move the table over, we first need to export those tables data and then transfer over to this box, and then we're going to do the import. So we are not going to use the import utility. We're going to use the load utility, because load in the real world is going to be much faster, So anyway, so it's going to finish quickly. So let's wait like a minute or so. All right. So let's. I'm gonna cancel this session. Just wait this finish. Okay. All right. So let's go to the. So we've done the prep work. So the prep work is at the source database. We did the db2 look. Okay. So db2look and extract the DDL and this. So we transfer those script and made a modification at the destination server. So we added and created the DDL. So everything is going to be successful. So after that, then we're going to go to the steps for move. As I said, there's many ways to do that. So the one we're doing it is export the data on this source server, transfer to the target server or destination server, then do the import or load. That is one way. Previously, I have a video use the what is called load of, from cursor. So in this, if you load from cursor, you even don't need physically export on the disk. You can use the network directly from one server to another. Okay, there's some other ways to do that. You can use for example, you can catalog the database on this catalog this database on this server and use remote export. There's so many ways to do that. Also, as I said, if you have Jumpbox, you can also do from here. So if you have a Jumpbox, what you can do, you can export here and import here. It all depends on if you have like a firewall between these two servers or not. Some, like in certain environments, because of the security, you don't have like the firewall is not open between these. You have to use other things. Okay, but for learning purpose, in our example, I just keep simple. Okay, just mainly to learn how to use this db2look and db2move utility. Okay, let's go back to, okay, that's finished. And so let's take a quick look at the output file. It should be no errors. Okay, all the tables, all the objects should be created. So let's see, 60%. So everything is successful. Now we go back to the Windows box. So I'm exit. So we'll return to the Windows box. Now we're gonna do the db2move. Okay. So for the db2move, and it's very simple. It's just a command. Okay. So if I type db2move, they give us the syntax. You can see it. It's very simple. It says db2 movement 2. The syntax is db2move database name and action. So action, you have export, import. Okay. Also, we also have the load. Okay. Load is more complicated. They also have option is copy. So there's another way to do the copy the database from one server another. Okay. So as I said, there's many ways to do that. With the option, it is basically there's a lot of options. We don't need to go over everyone. So the one we're going to use is this one. So for example, for the import, they have -io, that is import option. So basically, it says, so like you can use insert, insert update, replace, create, replace, create. Okay. So there's a different way to for do the import. Similarly, for the load. So for the load, for example, use the one below, like -lo load option. They have insert or replace, so they just have two options. So we're gonna use the replace option. Okay, so we can see it shortly. Okay, so let's run the db2move export the data. Okay, so let me just create a directory called export. Okay, so let's go into this export directory. So we're gonna do before do that, let's see, this is empty right now. So we're gonna do a db2move, and the database name, the source, it is gsdb. Okay, we're gonna use export. So there's nothing else. So we just simply run this. You can see it. They will export in this directory. Now you can see it export 2 rows from this table, 29 rows from table, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's gonna just like a couple of hundred tables and decent size, you know. So it's gonna take like a few minutes to maybe to finish the export. Okay. So once the export is finished, so we're going to transfer all the files from the source and to the target. Before we transfer this, so we're going to take a look what is being exported and a few other things. Okay, so right now it is in the letter S, it's almost there. So ST, yeah, it's finished. Don't remember how many tables. Let's take a look. So you see this like lots of tables. Basically, they exported into the RX file. So the db2 move utility, they actually map those table name into those kind of format, a table by a number. Okay. So the map is in this file. It's called db2move.list. You see the map this table into table 1. This table, or this table 1, this table 2. The reason is doing that because sometimes you have a very long table name, like 200 characters. So that is what they use short name, just a tab and then follow a digits. Okay, so this is the map, how all these tables being mapped. Okay, you see like this one is mapped to table 154. So the format, it is RX format. They also, in this SAML database, they also have LOB data and XML data. You can see it, okay? So they will, DB2 will handle for us, okay? I don't think they have XML. The sample data have the X. Oh, they do. So you see, this is fairly good. They have log column data. They also have XM data. So they have different instead of the regular ones, they also have the special ones. Okay, so everything gonna be and also you can see it. This is the export.out, so you can see all the output there. So now let me transfer these whole things from this Windows server to the Linux server. Okay. So the command I'm use is going to scp So I'm gonna use R, that means directory. So I'm gonna export the whole folder to another server. I just put into the root the home directory. Of course, in the real world, if we're dealing with very large database, you need to put a location so where you can store those things. For this demo, to keep it simple, I just and export it to the home directory, so that should be fine. It's only like a few hundred meg, okay? So you can see all the things going to be exported over there, okay? So let me see. Right now it's like 30 minutes. Should I just yeah, probably I just stop here and pick it up in another video because I don't want it too long. It's already half hour. Okay, let me stop here so we pick it up from another next time. Okay. All right.